Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about BuzzFeed. Remember BuzzFeed? Yeah, BuzzFeed, the media outlet that is practically worthless now after being worth billions of dollars or having a valuation of billions of dollars. That seems to be the thing that's going on right now, right? All these media outlets that were worth billions just a couple of years ago are worth like nothing now. And BuzzFeed kind of led the charge when it went public. We found out what they were actually worth, and then that kind of set off the domino effect of everybody taking a look at, Vice and Vox and all these other companies, and they're like, hey, yeah, they're pretty worthless too, aren't they? They're all worthless. This was all a scam. It was all a shell game. Well, now BuzzFeed stock is so worthless that it's being threatened with getting delisted from NASDAQ. It's been under $1 for quite a while now, and it looks like it's so bad they're going to kick it off the stock exchange. Yeah, not a good sign. Maybe Elon Musk could buy that one too. I don't know what you would even do with BuzzFeed. I have no idea. Apparently they shut down their newsroom. They're laying off more writers. They're going to use AI to write listicles or some such crap. I mean, they're making content for Facebook. That is like Sears and Kmart getting together. It's they're both, when the blind man leads a blind man, they both fall into a pit, right? That's from the Bible. I'm not dissing any blind listeners that we have. Please don't take offense. I'm just saying. Neither one of these companies have it together, Facebook or BuzzFeed, and they're going to fail spectacularly together if that happens. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the media just in general. And we've seen, Vice is not in a good place right now. Vox is not in a good place right now. I want to talk about specifically pop culture and gaming websites. I want to talk about them because I think we're going to see some crazy, weird stuff come out of these websites over the next couple of months because they are desperately trying to get clicks and hits. CBR is gutting management right now, and they're going to refocus the site. What they're going to refocus it to, I have no idea. But we're seeing articles like the one from The Gamer a couple of days ago complaining about Cammy's OG outfit returning as an optional outfit in Street Fighter 6. Like, why wouldn't it? They're just like cobbling words together, random words together to make headlines, probably based on AI suggestion, and it's just word salad, hoping that something is going to stick. And it doesn't matter if they believe it or not. They just need clicks and ad revenue. So we're going to talk about this interesting situation with BuzzFeed. And BuzzFeed sort of pioneered all of the garbage tier media outlets that we talk about on this channel, and its demise will be the official end of an era. I think Vice for sure was part of it, but BuzzFeed finally going down will definitely be like the end of all of it. Because once they go down, it's just the rest of them are going to go down. Boom, 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 boom. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do. Woohoo. That's my woohoo. Geeky's not here. Again, her mouth hurts. She had oral surgery the other day. She doesn't want to talk too much. Don't worry, she'll be back. She'll be back next week, I'm sure. Full force. But let's talk about BuzzFeed. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. BuzzFeed receives NASDAQ delisting notice after poor stock performance. The media company, led by Jonah Peretti, has until November 27th to get its shit together. No, to bring its stock price up, according to an SEC filing. So they've actually got quite some time. But there's no way in hell they're going to bring their stock up. Okay, it went up a little bit. They're still not quite there yet. Not quite there. This looks like a comic book company or two or five, right? The media company received a notice from NASDAQ on Wednesday warning that for the past 30 business days, the bidding price for BuzzFeed's common stock has closed below $1 per share, the $1 per share minimum requirement to remain listed on the stock exchange. This happened with IDW too. IDW Publishing. They dipped below $1 for a while, and then they took it private. I think they delisted themselves. But the same thing would have happened. And this is catastrophic. I mean, this looks really bad. Like, you are so worthless, you can't even get a buck, for a share of your worthless ass company. Should BuzzFeed fail to meet the November 27th deadline, the company could potentially receive another 180-day extension if it can meet the continued listing requirement for the market value of publicly held shares and provide written notice of its intention to cure the bid price deficiency during the second period. Among other requirements, the filing said failure to do so for the second period would result in BuzzFeed getting delisted from NASDAQ. Though the company could appeal the decision. So it's not like a snap decision. Everybody's like, oh, 30 days, boom, you're done. You're kicked off the stock exchange. Nah, it's like this really, just like every other government-related thing. It's a very long, drawn-out, painful process with many opportunities to course correct. Actually, more opportunities than people should be given to change it, fix it, stall for time. You get the idea, right? A spokesperson for BuzzFeed declined to comment, probably because they got fired. They got laid off. A potential delisting would be an embarrassing end for BuzzFeed after the digital media company went public in December of 2021 through some maneuvering with a special purpose acquisition company. The SPAC merger gave BuzzFeed $1.5 billion valuation and $288 million in cash, allowing the media company to acquire complex networks and consolidation of digital media companies included Huffington Post. Huffington Post was doing so badly that BuzzFeed had to buy them. And what happened was, I remember this, they thought they had all this money committed to BuzzFeed, and then a bunch of investors pulled out at the last minute because they're like, yeah, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. There's not such a demand for BuzzFeed that you guys are going to be able to raise this money. And the reason they're doing this is they have run out of venture capital. They had to go panhandle to the public is basically like, hey, let's kickstart BuzzFeed. Sure, we burned through hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars over the years, but we can do it this time. Guys, with your help, just buy some stock, please. And then they wouldn't let their own employees cash out the stock, I guess. And it only, I think the IPO was like $10 or something. Because I bought some. I did, stupidly. I bought some. Then I bought some when it was down like $2. I have lost money on BuzzFeed. It's embarrassing. It really is. I honest to God, I never thought they'd dip below $1. Come on, what the hell, guys? What the hell? Oh, well. Anyway, I made money on Disney. I noped out of that when I saw it was declining. BuzzFeed stock, which trades under BuzzFeed and BuzzFeed, has struggled to perform amid an overall economic downturn. No, your website is shit, and people don't want to buy into it. It has particularly hurt digital advertising reliant companies. The media company in recent months has implemented multiple rounds of layoffs and shuttered its news division, BuzzFeed News. Yeah, I'm sure they're great. They're doing great right now. Revenue has continued to take a hit, with first quarter revenue falling 27% year over year to $67.2 million. Things are great. Things are looking up for BuzzFeed. I'm sure they'll hit $1 sometime. They'll be worth $1. Absolutely worthless. So yeah, this is happening all over the place. We saw it happen with Vice. We're seeing a lot of companies, again, Comic Book Resources restructuring. That's part of Valnet. And I think we're going to see a lot of these companies fold. Now, here's the thing. Back to this. You're going to see some really weird stuff come out of the media. You're going to see some really weird headlines. I'm going to tell you, it's just like vampires in the Lost Boys. I was thinking about this the other day. And you're going to have, some journalists that try to pivot to please fans because they're like, well, maybe if I do what these YouTubers did, I can buy myself some more time. I got to suck up to the chuds, right? Some are going to desperately drum up clicks, via controversy. They're going to dredge up The Last Jedi again because why the hell not? It worked for me 5 years ago, right? And my boss is telling me you got to bring in clicks or you're freaking done. Others aren't going to give a shit. They're like, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to be a journalist anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. and they're going to nuke the bridges behind them, and they're going to do it in spectacular fashion. So I was reminded of the Frog Brothers quote. It's like, no two bloodsuckers go out the same way. Some yell and scream, some go quietly, some explode, some implode, but all will try and take you with them. And that is 100% true. However, these digital journalists end their careers, or however these websites ultimately end, they're going to try to take as many YouTubers and individual influencers, people that they blame for their job prospects drying up. They won't blame the companies they work for. Now they're going to blame us, right? They're going to try to take us with them. That they are, for sure. And we're seeing it now. We're seeing a lot of, attacks on YouTubers, attacks on individual influencers, attacks on Twitter now because Elon Musk owns it. Some of them valid. I'll agree. Some of them are valid, and some of them are just like, what the hell? In fact, I have a video coming up on that. And really all it's doing is hastening their own demise. They know they're done. But by God, if they can't work as a journalist and get paid for their hot takes, neither can you. You're going down with them, bitch. That's their way. That's the way that they're looking at it. And I guarantee you, whenever BuzzFeed goes out, it's going to go out with a bang. I can't wait to see what the newsroom is going to release once their NDAs are up. Just be like, let's just pour some kerosene on this shit and just burn it all down. It's going to be really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Sorry, I yelled loudly.
That's okay. I got the limiter on.
Okay. So
you can tell my kick
setting.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
tell.
really? It automatically limits it when I yell?
It does. When the pitch gets too high, it does. Sometimes if you sound like all robotic, it's because it's bringing the decibels down.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.